4 generations, 20 years, Beyblade, the much beloved spinning tops game, has evolved to the point of being called Gear Sports. In this episode, I followed the London local scene to discuss the much anticipated nationals and world tournaments, and whether or not Beyblade is that serious. Alright, cool. So, Harry, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself real quick?
Alright, hey guys, my name's Biscuit Boy. What's up, man? Are you?
Alright, cool. So, I got Harry here. I got Riaz, who is an organizer and host of Beyblade XL. No, you're good. I got the current BBX champion here. Got Nissi here. You're gonna go get the belt? Yeah, come on. Alright, cool. Harry, question. Beyblade, hobby or sport?
I think it can be both. I think you can definitely play it as a casual hobby, but at the same time, I think within this community that's been established, I think a lot of us would perceive this as a sport. Personally, I think it's something like akin to like skateboarding or like golf, in the sense that whatever you use, like for instance in golf, you have different clubs, and different clubs will create different outcomes of how you hit the ball and how you approach like your swings and all of that lot. I think the same can be said with Beyblade, in the sense that you have theory crafting and you have different types. You have stamina types, balance types, attack types, defense types. Each different types, it's like rock, paper, scissors. When you're playing against your opponent, when you see what base that they're using, you can counter their base. You have a different approach to each type. You have different launch techniques as well, which also influence the game. Of course, the game is partially RNG. Same with things like golf. There are always going to be aspects that are outside of your control. For instance, wind factor, things like that. There are things that are going to be outside of your control. But at the same time, how you launch and how you prepare is like very, very crucial in how you perform in the game as well. So I think definitely within this community, I think it's definitely a sport. It's also a sport in Malaysia as well.
Yeah. Because obviously it's been recognized. Because obviously it got recognized as a sport.
Yeah.
It's pretty much in the East. So Malaysia officially recognized it as a sport. I know obviously in Japan they take it far more seriously. I think obviously there's that consensus where it's still kind of like a children's game here in the West.
Oh, okay, cool.
You don't. No, keep going.
No. Because you got me.
I was going to build up.
It's chess. It's chess a sport? Is what you're asking.
I'll classify as a sport. Yeah.
Hold on. Nissi, is chess a sport?
I would consider it a sport due to the mere fact of tactics alone, to be honest, and mind games. You have to read what the opposition is doing, and that alone, so long as there's something strenuous going on between the two opponents, I would consider that a sport. So long as both participants suffer during play, I consider that a sport.
Okay, all right. Alex, as the BBX title holder, right? So this is a tradition that we have here in the London scene. This is a tradition we have here. Alex is the current BBX title holder. As the title holder, knowing that everybody wants to challenge you, would you say this is a hobby? Or would you say it's more akin to a sport?
I would say it's close to it's pretty much a sport at this point, because first of all, like, your whole body is involved, like, and you have to think, you have to strategize, you also have to like be aware of like the matchup and like the arena that you're in, because like sides matter, what your opponent's playing matters, and like luck also plays a big part in this, because it plays a big part in this. Like, people can't say that the game is pay to win, because I could have the weakest bay and win against like the strongest bay. There's no weak or strong. In the end, it's about the player and how they perform, because overall, like, performance matters than skill, because results like affect like players more than how you start off like in a game.
Okay, yeah. Riaz, as organizer and host of Beyblade XL, you have probably the most unique perspective, because you're seeing the demand in which people want to blade, right?
Yeah.
So quickly, how long have you been hosting Beyblade tournaments for?
Since September, so that's 7, 8. Oh, it's April now. Like, we'll say about 8 months now.
About 8 months.
Yeah.
Would you say in the 8 months there's been a substantial amount of growth, like in the demand of Beyblade?
I think it's constantly growing, and you see a lot of new faces coming in, which I like. And when I try to bring people into the game, that topic of is it just luck comes into play. So I used to play card games. So when I go to the Yu-Gi-Oh players or the One Piece players. I'm like, yo, play Beyblade, but they're like, it's just luck.
Yeah.
It's a weird. So going back to the whole sport conversation, the way I like to frame it for people is that in card games, you prepare your deck,
Yeah.
but once you draw the cards, you can't control it. It's cheating, but
Yeah,
it's random, right? So
Yeah,
you got to with those options, you have to play that to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
Whereas Beyblade, everything at the start is in your control. The way you launch, what you build, you know what your opponent's playing, so then you shoot accordingly. Everything within the first 2 hits is all your control. There's no luck in that. At that point, the game's the game. But the fact that you can control every variable into the start, I say it's a bit less luck.
Okay, yeah.
Games, right?
So we'll say I think we're all in agreement when we say it's more akin
There's a lot of
to a
luck,
sport.
but you can control a lot of variables to minimize that variance.
Yeah. Like I understand what you mean. Like there's a skill that takes part where it's like it kind of trumps luck, but then there's also the RNG factor where it's like no matter how skillful you are, you might lose based on just sheer luck.
Yeah, and you see it when new people, they'll come, they'll play bass. A lot of people be like, oh yeah, that rod bass is really good, and they'll normally just start flat launching. Then they see people doing reverse X dashes. They're like, yo, what's going on there? Then when they start learning about different techniques and how to combo it, then they start to realize there's depth to it.
Yeah.
And I like Beyblade because it's so accessible, where you can give it to anyone, like someone's parent, and be like, hey, just rip it, and they're gonna have fun. But also you can learn layers to it. So I do enjoy that aspect of it.
I think accessibility is something that's really good about it, because the fact that there's so many of us that come from different kind of backgrounds, we all come here and just enjoy this one game is really good. Like obviously it comes at cost a lot, but I wouldn't say of all the hobbies I'm thinking of, I wouldn't say it's the most expensive. Not cheap, but not expensive.
It's cheap if you. I always told people at the start as well. When Hasbro first dropped, I said you buy the Phoenix set, buy a couple other bays like maybe Shark or something else, and those bays have been in the TT format for like a year and a half now, and always been in the top like decks, right? They're consistent. So the fact that those haven't been power crept out means with a £50, £40 investment, you can buy yourself 6 months of competitive Beyblade, if not more.
Yeah.
You're choosing to upgrade and get a new shiny parts, but you don't have to, and that's what I like about it as well. It is affordable and accessible for other people.
Yeah.
And going off what Nissi said about how both players is demanding, it takes a lot out of you.
A lot of energy.
You do 7 rounds, you're exhausted because after the first shot, as soon as one person has a point, you're in match point boundary, right?
Yeah.
So you're always on edge.
Yeah.
So the way you launch, just avoiding the extreme pocket, you're always at risk of losing, and I think it's very intense.
Okay.
You don't realize how draining it is.
Definitely. All right. The question for the table: the anticipation for the OPE, the national tournament, the big one. Would you not say it's? Would you say that's probably the biggest step so far that we've taken here in the UK at recognizing it as a sport?
I'd say introducing the whole OPE, the competitive circuit, and like bringing Beyblade like into a bigger community in the whole of UK. I think that's already like one big step because it's affecting the whole country. Like if you start off with that, like I feel like it's gonna become more progressive as more people are gonna get interested, more people are gonna keep playing, and we're just gonna stick to what we do. And like overall, like I feel like this is like a very good like start for like bigger events coming in the future. This is gonna like show the world how we're like prepared for Beyblade as a country, as a community, and like as players, like in general.
All I have to say about the OP thing is I'm excited about it. It's gonna bring a lot of eyes to it because OP is a household name in card games. You play Digimon, One Piece, Star Wars. So it brings like what credibility? Is that the word I'm looking for? It brings credibility. So when people who play those games who dismiss Beyblade, they're saying it's just toys, it's just luck, and they see bigger names backing it, it opens their eyes to it, right? They want to dip their toes into it. So I think it's just healthy overall for the growth of the game, the sport, whatever you want to refer to it.
I think undoubtedly it does contribute to like the UK and just like basically introducing Beyblade within the UK and making it more official. Because first of all, yeah, OP, like you said, it's already recognized within like card games and stuff like that. So it does add to the credibility towards it as well. But I think just like with everything, I think it also needs like exposure, and I think we have a lot of content creators who are willing to film it and upload it to YouTube and stuff like that, and that's amassing more players, getting more people to get introduced into it. So I think when enough people do watch it and they do start joining this community, as Riz already said, like this community is already growing. Like within the 8 month span that it's been like live within here, like since he's been hosting, like it's been growing like crazy. So I think 100%, like when more people join, more people watch it, then I think it will just get even bigger than it already is.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that since OP's announcement, that this is the birth of a new community and a new era of bladers themselves. You have groups of different bladers around the country
Yeah.
in their small little communities now given the opportunity to be a part of something grander.
Mm-hmm.
And by the collaboration with the WBO as well, the scale gets larger and larger.
Yeah.
Soon, I think there's going to be at some point when there's enough players in the tournament, we're going to start having a wider World Series, like
Yeah. Yeah.
separately to Hasbro,
Yeah.
due to the fact of being in collaboration with the WBO.
Yeah. And then I guess last question, open one. How excited are you guys for Worlds? It's big, isn't it? It's massive. I mean, I don't think we can. I mean, I think we're all kind of waiting in anticipation for the announcement of that tournament that happens here for the regionals. Obviously, we were in massive fear about the open class because of what happened in France. And obviously, we're still hanging on to that hope that they don't, go ahead and just make it a kids thing. And then,
I'm nervous if they make it Hasbro Stadiums for the qualifier. I'm hoping
Yeah.
they don't. But regardless, I might have to pull up even if I qualify or not. I'm a bit
Yeah.
hyped. I want to see it in person. I want to cheer. I want to watch the stream live. So we might have a little road trip.
I mean, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. But yeah. So we were just talking about that conversation just now. We're talking about Worlds. Go back on what you said about styles.
Oh, about styles of play.
Yeah.
So we have a blader, Takashi, who has come back from Japan, and he's struggling to adjust to our play style, even though he went to Japan and won a tournament.
Yeah.
But over here, he hasn't been able to win a tournament because I feel like there's a drastic difference in play style.
Okay.
Like over here, I feel like there's a lot more aggressive bladers. Like
Yep.
they'll use bits like blades like Buster.
Yep.
A lot of Busters, Phoenixes, Males. A lot of aggressive blades that you may not see topping in Japan as often. So yeah, that's what I feel like. Even in Street Fighter, Japanese people play more safe
Okay.
than players over here or in America, for example.
Okay. Because obviously we've got this thing of we know how massive Beyblade is in Japan. Yeah. So obviously I think we're all, whether we admit it or not, I know there's a bit of an intimidation factor probably in the fact that they take it seriously. Yeah.
Name,
Yeah.
that
obviously there's that intimidation thing, but I agree with you. Where I think at Worlds you're literally going to see styles and matchups.
Yep.
Since they play safe and we play more aggressive, that kind of match where whoever represents us and whoever represents them, you're literally going to see that play out. So it's going to be interesting seeing different countries and their play styles because it's going to reflect. You know what I mean? So whoever goes through and represents a country represents a style.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whoever goes Worlds and represents the United Kingdom, they are going to represent and reflect a philosophy of Beyblade.
Yeah.
Right? Which is one of the conversations I had earlier about whether we deem it a sport or not.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're going to see it.
Yeah, and that, when you think about it at that scale, you can link it to the fact that it's more akin to a sport than to a hobby. It can be a hobby, but once you get to the higher echelons of the game, the people that really do it for real, you start viewing it differently.
It's like esports, for example.
It is like esports. It's very much like esports.
Yeah.
Like, it's a whole body exercise.
Yeah.
Like if you go, the further you go in Beyblade, the more tiring it gets. It gets exhausting.
Chess is classified as a sport, right?
Chess is classified as a
So
sport.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Riaz, is
Pretty sure
chess
it is.
classified as a sport? It is classified as a sport, yeah? It is.
So, if you was to classify Beyblade as a sport,
Yeah.
it's because when people think sport, they associate it with an exercise. So that's why they don't think of Beyblade as a sport. But chess
Okay.
is a sport, and it's mental. It's purely mental.
Yeah.
And Beyblade is similar in that aspect, as in you have different play styles.
Yeah.
Different blades do different things. So I feel like it should be a sport.
I hear you. All right. Go for it.
I just want to add an extra thing. I was thinking about esports. And I
Yeah.
was thinking about how you have a lot of people who, for instance, they'll play first-person shooter games
Yeah.
and they'll use a specific gun in that game. They might use a pistol, and their
Yeah.
opponent might use like a sniper or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
see it no different from that with Beyblade.
Okay.
It's like you use what you can to achieve a victory, basically.
Yeah.
You can use whatever. You get used to a different playstyle. I might specialize in defense type Beyblades. My
Yeah.
opponent might specialize in attack type Beyblades.
Yeah.
And depending what works for me, may be what's best for me, basically. And it varies. And also, even in real life as well, like the real aspect between it. I think you can have equipment as well. For instance, some people use grip launchers, some people use string launchers and stuff like that. A lot of equipment changes the way you play as well. For example, if I'm playing esports and I have like a Razer keyboard and I have like a Razer mouse and stuff like that, I'm probably going to be playing a lot better than if I'm playing against a guy playing on touchpad or on like a laptop or something like that. It's just like the equipment matters as well, and I think that's also plays into the like aspects and the credibility towards this being a sport. And last thing I really wanted to quickly touch on was the fact. Last thing I just want to quickly touch on is the idea on stance and I guess, yeah, just the idea of like stances and stuff like that. The way you use equipment. So, for example, I use a ripcord, but I have been testing out using a string launcher recently, and I cannot generate enough power with a string launcher. However, I've got my good friend Ray over here who's been telling me and teaching me the proper stance and how to use it. It's just like, for example, in golf, when I was going back to my conversation about golf, the way you swing a golf club, it's not just about straight power. You also need to learn technique. It's about practicing at home as well. You know, you're not just going to get good overnight. If I pass like a launcher to my parent and I tell them, hey, can you play against me? Or if I just pass it against like a friend and I tell them casually play against me, if I know how to utilize techniques, if I know how to use a drop launch, reverse X dash, chances are I am probably going to win, regardless of what way they use. That's all I had to say. That's all I needed to add.
What do you mean? Early launch on you, bro. Early launch, you went and go. Look.
Can you choose one between go shoot and go?
Go shoot. Go. You have to go and shoot. You can't go and go. Look.
3, 2, 1, go shoot.
See.
What do you mean? 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Are you crazy?
Look. You go and go.
Go what?
You can't listen, look.
Literally, if
You
it's
can't
not
start
about-
pulling this
Yes,
until
you
it goes
can.
shoot.
Yes, you can.
You can't.
Because it's
Hey,
long.
but boy, this guy's gonna argue with the judge. Get him out. Get him out right now. You can pull on go. You can't pull on go. You pull on shoot.
There's literally a rule. I can show it to you.
I've been playing like with a slower launch and then
He's been messing up his launch on purpose. He's banned. I'm telling you right now, bro.
Is
that a real launch or not?
As long
One
as
second. We were showing them the rule.
bay goes down.
No, if you can't pull on go, that gives you an unfair advantage.
Keep going the countdown.
Skip go, just go shoot, yeah? I'll go shoot, yeah? Just 3, 2, 1, shoot.
shoot or you going shoot?
No, just 3, 2, 1,
Ensure
shoot.
both players begin pulling their winder or launcher string during the word rip or shoot. So
Rip
you
or
can't
shoot.
pull
You
on
can't
go.
pull on go.
You can't pull on go. It says it right there.
Show me the video.
Okay, so now you want to. Okay, cool.
That's a rule, okay.
See, you pull on go.
Replay it.
Okay, replay it.
So you agree
Next
with
time
that?
you argue with the judge,
Yeah.
drop 5 points.
I was misunderstood.
No, it's fine. Ladies ready? On shoot. I'm just gonna 3, 2, 1 shoot now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Or do you want me to go shoot? Okay, I'll go shoot, yeah?
I'm happy with shoot.
Go shoot,
That's what
yeah?
I'm used
3,
to.
2, 1, shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, shoot.
Shoot, okay? Ladies ready? On shoot. 3, 2, 1 shoot. Clean. Okay.
See, that's bullshit.
That's what happens when you argue with judge.
That's what happened.
Nah, that's insane.
That's
That's crazy.
Chris, lock in now. Lock in. Third day.
You locked me out. You made me geek out.
You were arguing with me. I would have done a free launch immediately.
Why did you give him 3 points?
Sorry, my bad. No, it wasn't.
It was
was
on
spinning.
the floor with a big stand.
If it's going in the rotational direction, you don't pick it up.
That was done.
We don't want to hear third place right now. Big man thing. I'm judging. Okay.
Are you checking the shroud or not?
I'm checking for Shroud. You guys are good. So whose point was that? Barely yours. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Second bit. Shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Check that. There you go. Shoot. 3, 2.
Day 2 of my coverage of the local scene takes me to Preston Road in Wembley at Europa Gaming. Before the start of a tournament, the tradition we have here in the London scene is the BBX Intercontinental Championship match, where contenders must obtain a token by finishing in the top 3 of a tournament, while also being in the top 10 of the BBX leaderboard. These matches are played to 7 points in the Hasbro Extreme Stadium.
That's what Shiva was playing, bro. It was his favorite.
Remember, 2 times I've beaten you already.
Does anyone have the belt?
Oh! He threw it down. Do it again.
Oh, we're doing my token. Okay.
But should I do it as a token? I'll do it as a token. I'll do it as a token.
Oh, you can wear it for a belt.
No.
You can put it back. That's crazy. Shut up.
The match is what you're wearing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
why he dressed it.
Don't touch it, it's all yours. Yeah.
Not yet.
Manifesting it.
But if you feel like it's not getting another starting shot for like.
Where are you wearing?
Ladies happy?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, shoot. Yeah. Over finish.
He's 2-0 down.
Say sayonara.
That's same. That's the thing.
Ladies happy? 3, 2, 1, shoot. So that's a stream for money, right?
Bruh.
Yeah, they're really cool.
John Buster, yeah? Rush or low rush?
Low fat.
Low fat, cool.
Happy?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, shoot. No worries. We're just going to jump when it's
Bloody hell. You got my finger in that. Scared already, yeah?
3, 2, 1, shoot.
I'm only here. It's big on the shroud. There's a shroud. There's a big shroud here. I just had it now.
My angle is clean. Any disputes? Oh. So wait, was I there?
No, they hit each other.
There was something going on over there.
Launch.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, shoot. I got so small, man. You can't get it.
New champ? New champ, crush him up, crush him up!
Please. No. Give it. No. I heard you speaking. I heard all of you chatting. See, love my brother Alex because he wasn't chatting. Every single one of you that got a token, yeah? This right here, come for me. But first, shout out to Raw for all of this, yeah? But you're coming with your belt and your girlfriend's token because I want that. Give me both. Give me all of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sorry about the delay. I'm going to call out register in like a minute and then we'll just get started in natural talking. Thank you.
I'm on you.
Perfect
What do you have to say for yourself?
Yeah, I've heard that. You know, a lot of people saying, oh, you need to win this match. You're not going to get a chance again. I don't need a second chance. All I need is one. You guys better cook when I play. 2 extremes on the spin. Ready?
Why, you got a hair stuff? His hand is not on the shroud.
3, 2, 1, shoot. Please.
The champion defends his belt, and another tournament follows after a tense match filled with drama. This is only scratching the surface of what happens here in the London scene, and on the next episode, we will follow the London National Qualifier where the stakes are much higher.
Long game.
That's right.